The battle atop the Eastern Conference closes in on the final 7 games of the regular season, with 2 games separating 4 teams. And if you're Philly, nights where Detroit is on the schedule is a gimme for playoff positioning. Or so we thought. Sixers coming off back-to-back losses. Last thing you need this time of year is a 3-game slide. Joel Embiid endorsed on LinkedIn he'd go for 37 and 15 in the game, or the usual as we call it. Harden with 14 in the first half himself. But boy, was he shut down the stretch. Isaiah Livers, ironically not good for your organs. Detroit up 3 with 5 minutes to go. Next possession, kick out. Sadiq Bey from the corner. And the Sixers drop an inexplicable one to one of the worst in the league, 102-94. York native Bruce Arians officially made his transition from coaching to suit and tie, or a Tommy Bahama shirt. Officially handing off the keys to defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, Arians leaves coaching after nearly 50 years in one role or another on a staff. But he knew the moment was here to move upstairs.
When you know it's time, and no better time than right now. 3 years ago, sitting at this podium, we talked about creating a culture, a winning atmosphere, that we're going to do it our way. It's been an unbelievable ride. I'm extremely excited about the future, what the future holds for this franchise and for me.
He's been in my life for maybe 4 decades, so to speak. Again, not dating how old we are, but I've gone from being a son to a nephew, to a cousin, to a brother, and we've grown over the years immensely, and I'm sure the staff, the coaches on the staff can say the same thing. There's not one person on this staff that he hasn't touched.
All the national talking heads can circle the wagons about is what Villanova will not have when they take on Kansas on Saturday night. Guard Justin Moore out for the rest of the tournament after a torn Achilles. Some fans throwing up their hands and going, well, there goes our chances. The team, however, far from it.
The same thing we heard last year when we lost Colin. We were grateful enough to make it to the Sweet 16. We don't see it as yes, it's very tough that we lost Justin, and it does hurt a little bit, but these guys are ready. The same guys put in the same work as Justin all year. A lot of people don't see the hours that they put in.
It's not just Brian and I filling in for the minutes, or just have to fill Justin's shoes. Everyone else is going to step up. Jermaine, Slate, Caleb, Eric. Everyone's going to have to play a little bit of a role to fill what Justin did for us.
Tip-off comes Saturday night at 6:09 p.m. Last summer, when Hershey native Christian Pulisic was back in the area for his camp, he walked out to cheers of Captain America by kids and adults everywhere. Some would say being coined as a superhero at the ripe age of 23 years old would be a lot of pressure, piled on to the fact your country missed the biggest tournament in civilization last time around. But there's one thing that last group had, or rather didn't have, and that would be superpowers. Since donning the red, white, and blue, Pulisic has scored 21 goals in 47 appearances for an average of 1 goal every 150 minutes, on top of an absolutely incredible qualifying run. Well, you could say that he's the driving force behind this American resurgence, and that will come when the World Cup gets started in late November. So a long time to wait, but people excited about U.S. soccer being back on the map. First time in 8 years.